Hi, today we're going to do another of the primal fears, which is fear of control. That can be parental. I'll give you several examples. I'm Judy Griffin with Aroma Health Texas, and we're going to use the PETITE essences, enfleurage, and our essential oils to make a supportive blend to get over or get past, find solutions for the primal fear of control. Primal fear means everybody has it if you're a human being. So, first of all, let's talk about the personality. There would be heightened anxiety. There would be mistrust. There may be rumination in their personal thoughts where they're thinking the same thing over and over again. Definitely anger can come up. They're rebellious to rules and authorities, parents. Their rebellion is really unreasonable sometimes. So, and others avoid conflict, so they may not be angry, but they're angry, but they avoid conflict because they don't want that punishment or failure feeling, so they become compliant. And then you see a passive-aggressive pattern starting. They're feeling controlled or being controlled. It's going to increase their shame. And where did that come from? They'll find difficulty forming close bonds in relationships, even in jobs, because there's a dominance of the anger or the aggression, and then the submission. Usually it's submission first, and then they come out swinging. There's conflict, there's power struggles in relationships, there's isolation, because that's the only way many people can find a way to deal with it. But we're going to create effective boundaries. That's how we can work with the fear of control. And the PETITE essences I'm going to work with is lilac, which in the essence enfleurages works with control issues and forgiveness. Then we have bluebonnet, which we've used before. That's Texas bluebonnet. It helps the sense of self and what I came here to do. It gives us a focus, so we spend our thoughts and time on that. We have a nurturing blend that we made in general that helps any nurturing situation. And for initial boundaries, we use the lobelia PETITE essence enfleurage, because it just helps us to say no. Just no. And sometimes no thank you, but sometimes just no. That's how you start. You don't become so compliant and you're sweet and everybody should like you, and then at some point you get assertive or sometimes even more, angry or aggressive. So we're going to start with the blend, and I'm going to use the small dram bottle, amber, glass, cap, fits real well, screws on, and I'm going to make a blend. Oh my goodness, how did I get that there? I'm going to go ahead and use a base note, and in this blend I'm going to use frankincense because it helps to shield negative influences, and it's an absolute, so it will work with perfume, alcohol, or a carrier oil. And if you don't like or have frankincense, then you could use maybe a tree like cedar, one of the cedars. There's a Texas cedar. Okay. This is going to help hold down our blend. Then I'm going to put the lilac in there. And it does smell like lilac. It's not as strong as the lilac absolute, but it smells pretty good. So I'm going to use 6 to 7 drops of all my essential oils and PETITE essences. And this is Bluebonnet, and that helps us with who we really are. They'll be adults, and it's like, what did I come here to do? Well, we should have found out by then. And sometimes it can change in your life. You've been an accountant all your life, and all of a sudden you get the call within that there has to be a change. Then Bluebonnet is the essence that will help with that. And we have a blend that we use with several of our flowers, and they have a grape smell, and it's the Nurturing blend. Oh, I can smell it already. It smells good. And here comes the lobelia. Now, lobelia in the flower essence doesn't have a lot of scent to it, but the other essences and essential oils will make up the difference. It doesn't have to smell all the way to the ceiling for you to get the effect. But the energy of lobelia will help the personality to learn to say no when it's appropriate. Hopefully nicely. May not come out as nice at first. There we go. Now, so we had our frankincense. That was like the base. So the lilac, the Bluebonnet, the Nurturing, the lobelia, those are like the heart blends. Those are the heart of the matter, okay? So now we're going to work on something that would be used like high notes. And I'm going to start with holy basil. That's an interesting essential oil. It reduces shame. It reduces anxiety. It reduces stress hormones. It increases your better sleep. It reduces suicide thoughts, which may or may not be involved, but it's good to know. Tulsi basil, the holy basil, is a blood thinner, so I'm not going to use huge amounts of it, but several drops would be fine. It helps to take us to the next essence, so let's just get there. You have at least 60 drops in a 1 gram blend, so we're doing good. Then we're going to use the giant swallowtail. Now, this is one of our butterfly flower essences, and we didn't grind up butterflies. We have not a butterfly farm, but like a sanctuary for birds, for butterflies, for small critters, which include skunks. So it's interesting. And the butterfly essences are made from the flowers that produce the host for each butterfly that we observe and have through our sanctuary. And so the giant swallowtail is absolutely beautiful. And the essences, the flowers that we use in that are what we're going to use in the swallowtail essence. Oops, I didn't spill any. The swallowtail essence takes us further than the lobelia because it helps us make boundaries with a transition, a change, okay? So it's going to reduce the passive-aggressive. It's going to reduce the fear of conflict. So, if you're aggressive or passive, either way, it's going to help that. And that's important because the lobelia puts up a wall. It puts up a boundary. The giant swallowtail says, here, let's take that boundary and transition the personality into a better place. Okay? And that's obviously where we're going. And then we're going to finish it off with ylang ylang, and that's an extra, which is the purest ylang you can get. It's very floral. Ylang in the essential oil helps reduce anger or like ease the effect of anger the person's going to have. It's going to reduce anxiety. It's going to be calming during a storm or a conflict. And that's how we're going to top off our blend. Now, if you want to use perfume oil or carrier oil, that's fine. What we sell is a bottle of just the essences. They're not diluted at all, and they're very potent. So what would we do with this? We're going to inhale it. Oh, that is really interesting. I like that. It's like right now you can really smell the different layers. You can put drops on your wrist or some other place. Your wrist has your circulation going. So when I put it on, I'm going to massage it in. Look, I have some left. Oh, a good place to put it is on the upper chest or heart area, in some place where you will smell this wonderful smell. It's as good as a perfume, but it's a very personal, therapeutic blend in a sense to get us through those hard times. Another good place to put it is on the earlobes. And there's actually an acupuncture point on the earlobe, right where women put their earring, that will help people sleep better. It's a deep sleep point. So these people, whenever you have anxiety and agitation or rumination, you're not getting the best sleep because your serotonin levels are starting to go down. And there's always a balance with the 4 major neurotransmitters. So it just helps the person recharge through their sleep by doing that. And I hope you contact me and ask questions, and I hope I have the answers. I want you to subscribe, like, share, for heaven's sakes. We have good information that'll help a lot of people. And we'll be back next week going through some more ways to use essences and essential oils to support the personality and its growth. Thank you. Bye-bye.